This is the Bush Whisperer coming at you from the beautiful southern tip of Africa, Boulders Beach, Boulders Penguin Sanctuary, Simonstown, Cape Town. I've come to talk to you today about lies. Lies are very important. We need to understand what lies are. Lies are when we twist the inner truth and attempt to misguide the outer truth so that it will be disconnected from the inner truth. It's fundamental to understand that when you lie, you change the shape of your inner being and you turn it into something that it isn't. This is something really important to understand. To understand that if you wish to bathe in the truth of the inner, one needs to be able to walk away from all lies. This is really important. The shaman moves towards truth with the spirit of truth, coming from truth, acting as a courier of truth, seeking the truth in nature, the truth of the wild, the truth of the heart, and allowing the truth of being to be expressed through the truth of the guides that move one's consciousness and one's love and one's heart towards the truth of healing, which is the natural state of harmony, the truth of who we are. And we are as children when we are in the state of truth. There was a great teacher that came to this earth to teach us about being as children, being able to observe the natural truth that is the natural state of being. It's so important. I can't begin to express how important it is to avoid white lies. Those little lies that we tell other people in order to make them feel better. Those are lies that we will tell ourselves, that will turn into denial. Denial will become repression. Repression will open you up to the dictates of the negative passions and the negative emotions. And by you will become something you're not. And if you wish to become something you're not, you will become a toy to those beings that are trapped within the earth. I did a video about this called The Origin of Evil. If you're interested in understanding, find that video. It might shed some light. Another thing to consider is what we've been taught, the so-called truth that's been shared with us. Our histories. How much of our history is the truth? How much of his story can you trust? How much of what we're taught in school is the truth? How much of what the government shares with us is the truth? How much of what corporate agendas are attempting to shape humanity with comes from the truth and is based on truthfulness? How many lies are pervasive in our society? What is advertisement? Look at advertisement for a moment. Who was Edward Bernays? Go and look this up, might be interesting. He was the first person to begin the program of which was called propaganda. He got it from his uncle, Sigmund Freud. It was from the handbook which was used in Germany during the Second World War, during that regime that created a lot of trouble. And so it was that Edward Bernays was contacted by the cigarette companies. They wanted to change the way people felt about cigarettes. They wanted to change the way people thought about cigarettes. And so they asked him, is there any way that he can help them? And he said, well, my uncle, Sigmund Freud, is a leading psychologist. Surely he can shed some light. And he did. And propaganda was the result. And propaganda was used in order to get people to smoke cigarettes and to believe that cigarettes were okay. There was a time when doctors were going on TV telling people that it's healthy to smoke cigarettes, that it will make you live a long and fruitful, healthy life. This is how they brainwashed people. The brainwashing never stopped. Advertising never stopped. They realized that the word propaganda was too closely aligned to Hitler, so they changed it. They called it public relations in the beginning. And from public relations, they realized that's still a little bit clanky, and they called it advertising in the end. To advert your gaze and your attention and your awareness away from truth, so that they can shape your thoughts and shape your feelings. So we're living in a world of lies, where lies are pervasive. Almost everything that you're going to encounter on the web is going to have some lie attached to it somehow and somewhere, because money gets made when people are able to advert your attention. And money is the basic cog that's turning all the cogs of this world. So to realize how many lies we are struggling through in this life is to realize why it's so important for us to learn to be totally honest, to be raw, to be genuine, to be truthful, to express sincerity on every edge, because the lies will shape us and turn us into a monster. You see, the monstrosities of being are created when the truths are turned into lies. And half-truths begin the journey towards lies. You might not be lying, you might just be omitting truths. And the omission of truths will become half lies, white lies. And the half white lies will slowly become darker lies until one becomes a sociopath or a narcissist. Narcissism is when one is so deeply embedded in the lies that one wishes to destroy everything that challenges the lie and everyone. Sociopathy is when one becomes so drunk with the lie that one can't see anything but the lie. One starts to believe the lie completely. Totally lost in the delusions of self-righteousness and self-importance. Sociopathy can lead to narcissism in the most discouraging and disgusting of ways. So it's fundamentally important to recognize when you're being honest, to recognize within yourself when you're expressing the truth, when you're speaking from the point of reference of your true heart, when you're allowing that inner revelation of the true truth that you're experiencing in your consciousness, your real thoughts, to be expressed without a filter. We've been taught by society and by school not to be honest. We've been taught to filter everything that we do and say. We've been taught, in short, to be something that we're not. And lies open the door to becoming what you're not. Becoming what you're not will cause you to build layers of delusion that cover your true self, disconnecting you from yourself, disconnecting you from nature, disconnecting you from other people, bringing you back to that awful loneliness that we spoke about in a previous video, where I spoke about respect. Take a look at that respect video. Like this video, share this video so we can beat the algorithms. The lies are out there attempting to delude everybody's minds and their consciousness. It's up to us to spread the truth. When we find the truth, share the truth. Don't run from the truth. Speak the truth. Become the truth. And the truth will become your altar. It will become that shield that you can hold, that will protect you from the lies of this world, protect you from all of those that are trying to grab your thoughts and conquer your being, controlling your emotions and your feelings and your mind, so that they can direct you to become what it is they want you to be, so that they can be in charge and control this world through money and through power that this money brings. So society is being very much conducted by an invisible symphony master or group of masters. And it's important to realize this, to understand what money is, that it comes from the moon. The idea of the moon, this is why the dollar bill has got an S and two I, which is Isis. That's the symbol for Isis, if you want to look at it. Who was Isis? Where does this come from? So understanding all of these truths and other greater truths will bring us into a state of deeper honesty. So it's up to us to realize that the truth is within us. And the medicine that the world needs is our truth, our sincerity and our honesty. And when we're telling lies, we are losing our truth. We are losing ourselves. Don't lose yourself to the lies of the world and allow the lies of the world to imprint and become the lies that you hold within yourself, because that will disconnect you from yourself. Become an agent of truth. Become an agent of harmony. Become an agent of life, for life is the truth. The truth is life. Life wants to flow through you like the river of truth. Bear this in mind when you walk your walk, when you talk your talk, as you move through life with the people you meet along the way. Keep it real, keep it sweet. Allow your heart to dance and play. This is a Bush Whisperer. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. That way you won't miss the daily uploads. Keep it to your heart. What you hear here, contemplate it. I hope it can be of use to you. I hope it can help you to want to become more truthful, more honest, especially when it comes to your vulnerable truths. Those are the ones that matter. Realize this and take it from me. The best thing you can do is to expose your vulnerability. The best thing you can do. It makes you truly powerful. As a fighter, I was a protege in South African martial arts because I used to expose my vulnerability in the ring. And I was the most vulnerable fighter in the ring. And I used vulnerability as a gateway to power. Something to think about. And it works this way on the inner planes too, the emotional planes. So keep it real, keep it sweet, and talk your talk from the heart. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.